Hey, this is Iffy Natasha, and this is the Crowns Up podcast. Keep your crowns up.
Yo, what's good, family? It's the Kid Professor X. Welcome to another lovely edition of the Crowns Up podcast, episode 10. You know, it's the number one place to get your information on faith, culture, and hip hop. All right? You know, we're keeping your crown fit and your soul lit, trying to inspire you and motivate you to be the king and queen you was created and destined to be. All right? Thank you for everybody who's been listening, everybody who's been watching. You know, shout out to my YouTubers, my IG people. Shout out to everybody listening on SoundCloud, Tidal, Apple Music. If you just heard word of mouth, if I sent you a text message or something, shout out to you. We appreciate you. Make sure you go follow us on all social media at Crowns Up Pod. That's CROWNSUPPOD. Crowns Up Pod. All right. I got a special guest for our 10th episode. All right. I've known this woman, I don't even know how many years. I done lost count. All right. Okay, 9 years, whatever. She's amazing. She's phenomenal. She's an artist. She's a poet. She's a writer. She's an influencer. She's an author. Did I already say that? She's an author. She's dope. She also happens to be my baby mama and my wife. She is amazing. Y'all, let's hear it for Iffy Natasha. Yo, what up? How you doing, babe?
Oh, doing a fist bump?
Oh my God. We're going to deal with this all episode, okay? So just be prepared. Be prepared. What's up? How you feeling?
I'm okay. How
you
are
good?
You? Yeah.
I'm glad it took you 10 episodes to get here. You know, we appreciate you.
I don't think you invited me till now.
All right. That's a lie, okay? But we appreciate you being here, okay?
Thank you.
For those that don't know who you are or much about you, you mind describing to people who you are and what brings you here?
I'm somewhere between Lauryn Hill, Nola, darling, and Jesus Christ. And I tell stories, and I like to tell the truth. And I'm a mom of two. I'm a wife. I write a lot. I write poetry. I love business. I love community. And I love God. That's me.
You got books coming out, right?
That was a secret, but yes.
Okay, we dropping. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm our hype man, all right? So relax. All right, so thank you, If. So here's what we got to do. We got to go into what's good with the culture, okay. All right? So if you know, as you know, what's good with the culture is the time where we talk about entertainment, what's going on in hip-hop news, all right? And the biggest thing to me that has been going on is Omarion versus Little Fizz. All right. If you have not been paying attention to the internet, you're asleep. Okay.
It's so good.
They're so good. Let me fill you in. All right. So we know Omarion and Little Fizz were in a group called B2K. All right. So Omarion has had children with a girl named April Jones. Well, they're not together anymore. And guess who slides in to the picture? Little Fizz, okay? Right, I guess, I don't know what's going on over there, all right? So apparently, Fizz and April have been, seeing each other. They've been intimate. They've been doing a lot of things. And Omarion has been mad silent, right, up until last week, which happened to be Little Fizz's birthday, where he dropped the new Millennial Tour dates. And guess who's not on it? Little Fizz and B2K, man. My man has Bow Wow, Pretty Ricky, Sammy, T-Pain, and a whole lot of other artists, but B2K and Little Fizz is not on it. And I'm pretty sure it's because him being Fizz, or Fizzle Pop as Jay Boog wants to call him, and April Jones have been seeing each other. I want to know, is this out of pocket? Is this okay? Is it okay for you to smash the homies' baby mama?
First of all, let's just take the word smash out.
Okay.
Because I feel like, from my understanding, I'm not all in their relationship, but from my understanding, they're like dating. They're together. You know what I'm saying? They're not just smashing, right? Like, it's more than just sex. It's about, like, they're together. Like, they're doing life together.
My man said, if they're together for the next 5 years, he don't mind having another baby by her. So, you know what I mean? That's what he said, man. Look.
He said if we're together in 5 years, I wouldn't mind having another baby.
He said, I plan on having another baby with you if we're together in 5 years.
Is that the symbol of love?
Look, clearly, I don't know what's going on with these boys of the millennium nowadays. I don't know what's happening with them.
Well, okay, so this is my thought. despite what they got going on, I feel like at the end of the day, is it gonna hurt? Does it hurt for you to be like, dang, like that's you just gonna be with the woman that I had children with, and you? It's not like Fizzle. It's not like Fizz was far away. Like he was close. Like he was right there when they were dating, when Omarion and April were dating. So like, it is crazy. I won't say it's not crazy to see the swap happen. Like it's crazy to be like, dang, that's not something you would expect, and it's not something that you would want to call acceptable. However, if we're being fair, nobody owns anybody. And so in my mind, I'm like, all right, listen now, while I understand why people are like, this is crazy. I think it's kind of crazy too. But at the end of the day, if two people love each other, that's why I'm saying, like, if it's more than smashing, if it's a relationship, if y'all love each other, y'all want to be together, y'all want to try it out. Who knows? April and Fizz could have had crushes on each other for a long time, and they just couldn't act on it, and now they can, you know? Like, and so for me, I'm like, I'm not going to say that it's something I would do or I think that I would advise somebody else to do. But if it's what you want and you're just saying, F it, like this is what I want, like I'm not going to knock you for it. You know what I mean? It sucks, but I'm not going to knock you.
I think we need to call a big flag on the play, all right?
Well,
encroachment, I don't know what flag you want to use. It's terrible, okay? This is a total violation of God code. Total violation.
Why is it just God code?
Because here's the thing. Baby mamas and stuff like that should be off limits in general, right? Unless you're some random person that you don't know.
Baby mamas should be off limits.
But here's what, this is why I say God. I don't blame April. Okay. Because Fizz has been around longer than April. Okay. I don't blame April. Fair. I blame Fizz. Okay. At no point should you be, out of all the women, you mean to tell me out of all the women in the world, there was nobody else you could have went around?
Is he supposed to go on tour looking for women if there's somebody?
There's plenty of women on tour.
But what I'm saying is, you're making it seem like he going to the grocery store to get an apple. You're like, oh, any apple? Like he wanted to date this particular person. They wanted to date each other, and you're like, oh, he should have found another woman to date. Like
foul. I think it's foul because that's your man. At least here's the thing: we assume that this was his man. We assume that because you've been in B2K since we were kids,
if they were not friends, it wouldn't matter.
No, because y'all still got business together. Y'all do business. Well, y'all used to do business. Clearly, y'all don't do business anymore because Omarion said, we playing chestnut checkers, but I'm going to hit you where it hurts in your pockets. Sitting around doing babysitting duties right now, yo. It's foul to me. I don't know what you think. Drop a comment. If you think, you agree with if you agree with me, drop a comment below. Let us know. I'm saying it's a foul in the play, bro. There's plenty of women out there. You need to be.
I get it. It's not that I don't get it.
It's not okay. All right. So, in other news, Whack 100, for those that don't know, he's over Cash Money West, and he's the manager of Blueface, came out and said that Nipsey Hussle is not a legend. Now,
what was his reasoning?
He said he doesn't have enough #1 hits, no radio play. Yeah, those are pretty much those are the basis of the reason why he believes that Nipsey isn't a legend, right? You know what I mean? Now there have been disputes. First of all, when you talk about somebody who's dead, right?
Yeah, that's hard.
It's a little sensitive. You know what I'm saying? So of course, people came out like Meek and Tip came out and said, yo, Whack, you're wilding, you're tripping. And Tip actually posted the definition of what a legend is, which pretty much goes along the line of somebody who makes cultural impact on people, right? You know what I mean? And any of the definition that Tip posted, he said that Nip falls into that category. What do you think makes a legend today?
Man, okay, so I've never really sat and thought about this, but if I was going off the top of my head, I would say, I feel like when I hear legend, I think of like Whitney, I think of like Michael, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I feel like what made them legends was not just their voice and their, like the music that they made, but I feel like it was the influence they had on the people too, in combination. You know what I'm saying? Like the music matters, obviously. Yeah. The voice matters, but it's like the impact they had on us, from their personality to what they gave us through their art, through what they did in the community, which it may not be much, but I don't know. But like, whatever.
Mike did a lot of the community.
I know Mike did. I was thinking more so about Whitney,
Oh,
but
yeah.
like,
Sure
but even movies that Whitney did, you know,
Yeah.
like she gave us so much of her stuff. They gave us so much of themselves, and it was positive, and it influenced us as a culture, as people. And I feel like maybe that's what I feel like makes a legend. Like we can count album sales and radio plays, but it's like plenty of people got album sales and radio plays, and you may not even remember who they are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I feel like when you have an impact on the culture or cultures and generations, I feel like that's probably what makes you a legend. Like, we remember you. You know what I mean? When I think about legend, it's like you are remembered for something great. Yeah. Regardless of anything else.
Now, do you think that Nip falls into that category?
I do. Like, as I was saying it, I was like, yeah, I feel like that's him. Because I didn't even listen to Nipsey Hussle. But when, like, I was seeing him though, I know. But I was seeing him, and there was something about him that made me feel like, I don't know, like it was something about him. I was seeing him with Lauryn London, and I was like, there's something there with him. And when he died, and I saw how many people were upset, and then I started to hear more about what he actually did and like who he was, things that he said, and even when you listen to his lyrics, it's like, dang, like he wasn't just a regular guy. You know what I mean? I don't know him, obviously. But I do feel like he falls into that category. I just think it's about who you are.
Yeah. I think if I was to look at Wack's argument and he's looking strictly off the music.
Yeah. You understand?
I can understand, although I disagree.
Okay.
Because, you know, one, I think he was trying to argue also like we just put people in legendary status when they die and stuff like that.
Right.
But in actuality, like, Nip has been around for a long time. You know what I'm saying? He at least has been out since 2010, right? He was a big underground mixtape person. If you was from LA or if you know about Nip, you know his music has influenced not only the city of LA or California, the state, but he influenced a lot of people, all right, with his music. I know even personally for me, his last album, I was bumping it all last winter. You know what I'm saying? It really helped me. You know what I mean? Let alone the impact of selling a mixtape for $100 and making at least $1 million off the mixtape. You know what I mean? The Crenshaw project. Let alone the work he did in the community of helping out and setting up the marathon store and things like that. Right. His music was like the gate to be able to get people in, but it was all the things that he said, the philosophy, the cultural impact from the youth on up to the elders that made him a legend. And I don't think you have to die to become a legend, because of course we call people legends all the time who are living legends. You know what I'm saying?
Happy birthday,
Jay-Z, happy birthday, Ho. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? There are living legends who actually influence the culture. There are people who remember Nip, from Snoop to E40 to artists to people out there that's going to be living in Crenshaw all the way to Nebraska somewhere that remember who Nip is and is going to remember, you know, neighborhood Nip.
That's what I think legend is.
Yeah, so I disagree with you, Wack. I understand, but I think you might be hating just a little bit. But, you know, respect to you, whatever like that. Shout out to neighborhood Nip. Shout out to everybody. The marathon continues. Victory lap. Please still go cop that joint. You know what I mean? So yeah. So lastly, before we leave, what's good with the culture? What have you been listening to lately? What you been bumping and what's going on?
Okay, you're gonna have to help me because I'm not that great with names. Sometimes. But number one, I've been listening to Mereba on repeat.
Okay, come on, shout out to Mereba.
I listened to her first album years ago, and I fell in love with that. And then this album is just as amazing. She just had a Tiny Desk too that I need to go watch. So I've been listening to Mereba a lot. I've actually been listening to this album. It's not that new though. Stephanie Gretzinger. She sings with Hillsong and things, but her album's dope. Who was the artist we listened to in the car? Tolton sent it to us in
Nicole Buss.
Is that her? Nicole Buss. I really love her album as well.
Kairos,
yeah. And for new music, that might be it. And Stephanie's not even new, but Mereba and Nicole Buss, I've been listening to.
Yeah.
I'm waiting on that new Deontay though.
Shout out to
I'm
Deontay
waiting on
Hitchcock.
that new Deontay.
Shout out to Deontay Hitchcock dropping better soon.
Yeah.
Dang, you ain't gonna tell them about Garden of the Gate? I'm surprised at you, bruh.
Okay, so I forgot. Yeah, but Garden of the Gates. Yeah, I forgot. I was thinking about albums, but yeah, Garden of the Gates by Lauryn Hill. That's just a special song.
It's on that Queen and Slim soundtrack.
It's on the Queen and Slim soundtrack, but she actually performed the song years ago at a concert, and I fell in love with it then. But yeah, I have listened to it a few times since Queen and Slim came out.
Shout out to Queen and Slim too. If you have not watched it, you're asleep.
It's a phenomenal
we might be able to talk about it a little bit in the Crossroads segment, but I don't know. We'll see if it correlates. So I've been listening to Summertime Shootout 3. Shout out to Fab. The joint is an incredible project. Fab got bars, okay? He got bombs on it, which he's spitting. He got, which is a sample of the Jordan intro from the Bulls era. He got Choosy with Jeremiah and Davido on it. With his little Afro beats on it.
Really?
Yeah, see?
Okay,
Sweet.
okay.
He got Insecure. Fab is nice, okay? We don't give Fab the props that he deserves.
You do like
but Fab is nice. Shout out to Summertime Shootout 3. Chicks Tape 5. Okay? Chicks Tape 5, Tory Lanez. Phenomenal. Been bumping, shout out to the 116 crew with The Gift, the Christmas compilation. Been bumping that. So yeah, those are the things I've been bumping lately that I can say like A1 good music out there. So go check out those. Let us know what you think, all right? All right, right now we're going to get into the Crossroads segment of the show. You know the Crossroads is a time where we talk about an issue of faith that we as millennials or just people in general are dealing with. And my wife actually put me onto this subject matter. So there's a dope artist from Southwest A-Lee, Texas. Shout out to the SWATs, West, named Toby Nwigwe, okay? Toby has bars, and he's going on tour with the Ivory Tour. So if he comes pull up to your city, you might want to go check it out.
I think this weekend.
Yeah, man. Toby is dope, all right? But Toby put out a video where he and his wife, who they perform together, his wife, he calls her Fat. She does like the graphics and stuff and some of the choreography. Anyway, they're on tour and he posted a video of them having a public argument, right? And the issue in the argument is really about correction. And they also have Toby's producer, Nell, who makes all the beats. She was kind of like facilitating or filtering, mediating is the right word, the argument. And so one of the things that we thought we'd talk about or try to get into is in relationships, whether you married or dating or whatever like that, how do you bring up issues and correct, right? Because I felt like if you go look at Toby's page or whatever like that and you see this video, it's been something that we've had arguments about plenty of times, you know what I mean? Whether it's communication or whatever like that. So if you please, how do you correct each other in a way? You see she gave me that look like she about to go in.
I'm not about to go in. First of all, it depends on the people and it depends on your dynamic. Mm-hmm. I would say for us, like, the reason why I sent you the video, because I was like, bruh, this is us. You know what I'm saying? Like, her main thing was like, Toby, if you're going to correct me, first of all, if you're going to correct me in front of people, you need to make sure you do it in a way where I don't look stupid. You know what I'm saying? Or it look like you coming at me, you know what I'm saying, crazy in front of people, because that's embarrassing. And two, you need to watch your tone, period, when you talk to me. And so I feel like for him, and this is where it gets like muddy. Like, I don't think that he was trying to be disrespectful to Fat, because I feel like he respects her, right? As his wife, as a woman, whatever. But he has the type of personality where he's like, I'm keeping that 100. Like, I'm telling you what it is. I'm telling you how I feel, blah, blah, blah. And I feel like you're like that. Like, you can come say something to me, and I'll be like, why are you talking to me like that? And you'd be like, I'm just being honest, or I'm just asking a question, but it feels like judgment, or it feels like, it just feels negative. So I feel like what she was saying, first of all, their compromise at the end was great. What they decided to come up with the pet name was great. But I think you just have to consider who your partner is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you know that I'm a sensitive person, if you know that I receive things a certain way, like I know you. I know that in order for me to get you to understand something, I have to say it literally, and I have to use certain words in a certain order for you to understand what I'm saying. Not because there's anything wrong with you, but because of how you receive information.
Yeah.
And I feel like we don't always consider that when we talk to people. We just say how we want to say it and feel like they should just get it. And it's like, people don't receive you if you come at them a way that they are like blocked off to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I think that I fall victim to it all the time. I think that people, I don't know if it's naturally aggressive, but passionate. I'm going to use passionate, right?
Aggressive.
Passionate people come off a certain way. You know what I mean? Whatever. We come off a certain way and we mean well. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there are plenty of times where if he has said something or done something, and I just meet her energy with my energy, you know what I mean? But
yours is like,
and it's like, from Toby's perspective, it's like, how many times I gotta keep telling you the same thing?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, I mean, again, we've had these arguments where it's like, we've had the same conversation over and over and over again. You know what I mean? It's like, and I'm treating you fairly. Like, in my head, I'm treating you like I'm treating everybody else. I'm not trying to show no favoritism.
Right.
I'm trying to be honest and real, straight up, because we got to get somewhere.
Right.
We're trying to be excellent. We're trying to get to the promised land, whatever like that. And it's like, yo, you holding us up because we here. You know what I'm saying? And I would expect the same thing. Like, I would expect, like, if I'm holding them up, if I'm not doing my job, I'm just checking you. Like, look, I'm trying to be great. I'm not trying to be handheld or whatever like that. However, my mother used to always say, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And something that even I've been working on as a kid is like, how do I get this out? Because some people say it's not the person receiving it who has the issue, it's the person who's delivering it. You know what I mean? It's the way I deliver the message. So it's not necessarily the message, but sometimes people just sensitive. We gotta say that too. People sensitive, they soft. Like if you say something,
sensitive.
But here's what I'm saying. Like, if I say something to you, right? I can say, in the nicest way, that I think you could have done this better, right? You taking offense just because I'm critiquing you. Like, it ain't.
You didn't say it.
I ain't say it loud. It's
people
like,
don't like correction.
People don't like correction. You know what I'm saying? And I think, if we look at scripture talks about, correcting in love, be is a dash of salt. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but a lot of times our passion, comes, and it's both ways, because there are times where she come at me crazy too, and I'm like, yo, who you talking to? Like, I'm not your chick. I'm not your child. Like, you know what I mean?
But then it's like, the funny thing about it is, it's like, if I come at you, and this is a generalization, but it's typically true. If I come at you a certain way, you be like, oh, why you talking to me crazy? Like, you talking to me like I'm dumb or like I'm your child. But then when you come at me and I say the same thing to you, you're like, well, I'm just being honest. I'm just being me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but it's
might be a double standard.
But when I am passionate,
right,
you say that I'm treating you like a child, or I'm talking to you like I'm crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Or we just don't see each other the same way.
We don't.
You know what I mean?
No, we don't. And then I think, but nobody likes correction.
Yeah.
So that in itself, whenever you're correcting somebody or giving somebody a truth that they don't want to hear, it's automatically going to be like guards up, because I don't want to hear no correction right now.
Facts.
And timing is real too.
Yeah.
Right? So
does a sandwich? So how do we help? Does the sandwich method best? Like, little, compliment, correction, compliment, or like, what's the best?
People say that works. I think what I'm learning is, number one, to check myself, because sometimes, although my offense with you may be valid, like I may come in and be like, so he just not gonna fold these clothes and they need to be folded. But instead of me coming at you about it, I need to say, okay, well, why does he have to fold the clothes in your timeline? You know what I'm saying? And what is your issue here? Your issue is typically, and I don't want to admit this because then you're going to use it against me.
Oh, we got some truth coming.
Yeah, but you like to use truth against people, so I don't want to say it, but I'm going to just say it anyway.
My bad, B.
I'm just, don't my bad. Okay. But no, like sometimes it's about control, right? It's about like, I want to control what goes on in this space. I want to go control. It's a lot of times it has to do with us, is all I'm saying.
Gotcha.
So I have to check myself. and then say, do you need to say something? And if I do need to say something, what's the way that you can say it that's not going to cause an argument? But that takes processing, and that takes time. And a lot of times we just want to be like, you need to get this together. And it's like, you should have taken 35 more seconds. You know what I'm saying? To
in the words of
Nola,
relax. I definitely think that one, I think also not taking things personal will help. Two, thinking the best of the person with that you're involved with.
Hard to do.
It is, not getting so easily offended, but also recognizing that you're on the same team. You know what I'm saying? Like if we're on the same team as a leader, and it's not just a man, but I think both of us are leaders, right? As a leader, you need to know how to lead your team, or a leader in mindset, right? Like as how you are, you need to know how to navigate the space. You know what I'm saying? So like, again, if you're in an environment, right, and you're leading, like if you want me to follow, like you got to be able to lead. Every good teacher knows how to teach their student a certain way.
Right.
You know what I mean?
To where I can receive, understand, and follow accordingly.
Same. So it's like we need to be able to understand, like if you're the point guard and I'm the center, or I'm the point guard and you the center, like how I pass you the rock. I need to know, like, yo, I need to pass it soft or pass it harder based on who it is I'm talking to.
Exactly.
And so same thing is correction. If I want to correct you, I need to be a corrector from a place of love, not at a place of frustration or anger or anguish, which is difficult to do, admittedly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
that was great.
Yeah, man. Hopefully that helped you if you're dealing with a relationship issue or something like that. And sometimes we think a relationship issue isn't a faith issue, but it is, you know what I mean? Because we're all called to create to love each other. We're not meant to be alone. So, hopefully that helps. Drop a comment. Let us know what you think about it. If you agree, disagree, whatever, let us know. All right. And everyone's favorite part of the show. Top 5, baby. All right. So, the top 5 segment is where we pretty much have a debate, or we try to come up with a list of our top 5 things of any subject, all right? And so, again, my wife is pretty good. She actually damn near produced this whole show, okay? She came up with our topic for today, so if you don't like it, blame her. If you love it, congratulate her, all right? We're going to deal with the top 5 songs to have sex to.
Yes.
That's correct?
Yeah.
Top 5 songs to have sex to. Now,
so do I give 5 and you give 5?
Yes, that's how this works.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
No, you're fine. Okay. You're perfectly fine. Now, here's the thing. Are we doing all types of songs? Do we want to stick to hip-hop songs?
No, I think it should be all type. I think if it's top 5, it's top 5, no?
Okay, yeah, no, I get it. Top 5. So, Iffy, you're going to start us off.
Okay.
With what's your top 5?
I'm going to try.
If you want to do an order, or you want to just do like...
No, I'm going to just do what comes to me, right?
Okay. All right, there you go. Let's go. What we got?
So the first one, I think it's called Please Me, Baby. Or is it called Please Me?
By Bruno and Cardi?
Yeah.
Please Me.
Please Me. I should have did some research before I got on here. I had the songs in my head, but I'm not good with titles.
It's okay. You want to get an explanation, or are you good with just the titles?
I mean, Please Me is pretty self-explanatory. It's a sexy song. Mm-hmm. Pretty Ricky, Grind on Me.
You like that?
Shut up.
I'm just asking.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Chris Brown. Almost. So there's. I was about to say almost any Chris Brown, but not almost any Chris Brown. There's 2 that I have. Take You Down.
Take Me Down.
Take Me Down.
Take You Down. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then, dang it, what's that one? What's that other one that's on the album, The Heartbreak, the album with the heart?
Heartbreak on a Full Moon.
Yeah. What's the song called?
In My Bed.
Yes.
Or do you like
Oh.
You Do. Yeah, is it You Do or
I like both.
Okay.
I'm gonna say both. So how many is that? 4? Is that 5?
Did.
Grind on Me.
Please Me.
Take
You gonna put 2 Chris's, Take Me Down, and
yes, I am.
You Do. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What's your number 1?
Oh, what's my number 1? What's my number 1 song to have sex to? Okay, I don't know if this is my number one, but I really love this song. Frozen by Sabrina Claudio.
Mm.
Have you heard it? Have we played it?
Heck, I don't know.
I'm sure we have. Time will be frozen for us.
Okay.
Anyway, I like that song.
Okay. So,
What are your top 5 sex songs?
number 5, I'm going to have to go with Doing It by LL.
Really?
I love Doing It by LL. That's like my theme song. When that joint come on, I'm ready. Okay. Doing It by LL. It's a great, like, you know, beat up.
I did put all slow songs.
Yeah.
I like fast songs too. But go ahead.
Number 4, I'm going to have to go with Fiendin' by Jodeci.
Okay. Yeah, Jodeci's good.
Because, I mean, it's Jodeci.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
You got it, yeah.
Number 3, I'm going to have to go with, because you put Take Me Down, I don't want to use Take Me Down.
Okay.
I'm going to go with No BS by Chris Brown.
Mm-hmm.
I love No BS. Number 2 and 1 is really hard because it's like, out of all the plethora of songs, you know what I mean? What do you have to go to?
Right. There's so many songs.
As a go-to.
It also depends on the moment, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
How you feel. But go ahead.
I'm gonna have. Well, I'm also trying to think. Is there a hip hop song that I'm like, yo, I really like it, but I can't think of another one that I'm like, yo, you put that on. So number 2, I'm gonna have to go with Promise by Sierra.
Yeah, you like that song.
It's really
you like
good.
That song, period. Like whenever that song comes on at any time, you're like, ooh, Promise. I'm like,
that joint is hard. That joint is hard. Oh man. Number 1 is, so now I just thought about Usher. I'm like, is
Usher?
Yeah.
What Usher?
Oh no, sorry. Sierra gotta go.
Oh man.
I know. Whew. Sierra's an honorable mention. I really like Promises. I'm gonna have to go with it's called I think it's called Up All Night. No. I think it's All Night by Drake and Lloyd.
I don't remember that.
He took the sample of he slowed down the sample Between the Sheets.
Okay.
It's on the So Far Gone mixtape.
Alright, okay. And what was the number 1?
Number 1's gonna have to go with Pony by Genuine.
Okay. It's a good sex song.
You can't, I mean, Pony by Genuine is just classic.
Yeah.
I would like to say Promise is a good honorable mention.
And I had an honorable mention too. Dang, I lost it that fast. Never mind. Dang, I lost it that fast.
There was, I do like Seduction and Superstar by Usher.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
I feel like you cheating now. You adding all these songs.
I'm just giving like honorable mentions. Like, yo, you put this on. You know what I mean? You should have a good night. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
How can I forget this? Janet Jackson's Anytime, Anywhere. And what's her joint? Oh, I can't remember. I'm hearing it in my head, but I don't remember what the name of the song is. But Janet usually can get you right too.
Yeah, I feel like I know what song you're talking about too. Okay. I forgot my honorable mentions though. I'm done.
I think it's called Do You Mind? Or yeah,
something like that.
yeah. You forgot your honorable mention?
I forgot. You said Usher and it made me think about somebody else, and then
Like Trey.
no, I don't like Trey songs.
Panty Dropper.
I don't like Trey songs. I don't want to hear him singing.
You don't like Panty Dropper?
I don't even know what that is.
This right here is a panty dropper.
I don't
That
care for
joint's
Trey
hard.
songs. Like he's cool, but I'm not interested. No, I don't remember. I don't remember the honorable mention. I'll remember it later. It's cool.
I also like Wale.
All right, come on.
Downtown by Wale and No Hands by Wale. Depends on what type of mood you're in.
Right.
And Back That Thing Up too is a good sex song too.
Is this top 5 or top 20?
Whatever. I'm just saying, it's not a good.
Yeah, but I'm confused about the segment.
Depends on what mood you're in. All right, so clearly she's trying to wrap me up. That's your top 5. If you have some that you like, it's like, yo, X, how could you forget this? Or Iffy, how could you forget this?
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? Please drop it in the comments. Let us know what you think. So, how did you feel about that? Did you have fun?
Yeah, it was cool. I did have fun.
Okay.
It was a good time.
Okay. Well, thank you. Hopefully this won't be the last time you join me. All right. Can you tell them how they can follow you, get into contact with you? What they need to do?
My Instagram is Iffy Natasha. Iffy spelled I-F-I-E. Natasha is spelled N-A-T-A-S-H-A. Same on Facebook. Email is iffy.natasha@gmail.com if you would like to email me something that's very adult, but yeah, that's it. That's me. I have a book on Amazon called Learning to Love, and yeah, more to come. Oh, and I also have a website called therightpieces.com. Right is spelled W-R-I-T-E, pieces.com. The Right Pieces. I think that's it.
All right. And you can follow me on social media at Professor X. That's PROFEZZORX on all social media. Make sure you follow us, the Crowns Up Podcast, at CROWNSUPPOD. Please subscribe, share, tell your friends, mamas, uncles, send a smoke signal, let people know. We're trying to get our subscribers up. We're trying to get people. And if you want to get on the show, hit me up, DM me. Let me know. We'll try to work something out. All right. Remember, always, it's the #1 spot to get your information on hip hop, faith, and culture. We're keeping your crown fit and your soul lit. It's a kid, Professor X. Love y'all. And always remember, keep your crowns up. Be blessed.